Hey guys, Craig Beggins here. I'm the broker for C21 Beggins Enterprises. We're now 31 years with C21 in Florida, in the West Central market of Florida. And this is the beginning of June, and hurricane season officially started. Hurricane season runs June through November. And it's a scary time, especially if you watch the news. So I want to tell you a little bit about hurricane season, how it works, what's important with regards to real estate, and then I want to take away some of the fear, not all of it. And please, I'm not making light of hurricanes. I personally have had homes destroyed in hurricanes, and it's not a great experience, let me tell you. But there's sensationalism that goes on with the media because they want eyeballs on the news channel. All right, they just announced a storm coming off the east coast of Africa, a tropical low that has the opportunity to develop. So everybody tune in and start watching now, because this storm is 4,000 miles away and it's moving at 14 miles an hour. So please watch our channel for the next 14 days and we'll see what happens. And most of the time they dissipate, and I've been doing this for a long time, and most of the times they dissipate. But anyway, what happens is, as a tropical disturbance, once it gets named and it comes into a box, there's a box around the state of Florida that goes into the upper Caribbean. And once a named storm enters that box, insurance underwriting is suspended, okay? Most of the home sales we do involve mortgages. When you buy a home with a mortgage, they require insurance. So if you're buying a home and it's June and it's sunny and beautiful, and right now it's 78 degrees here, we have no reason to think about insurance. But if there's a storm coming in and it's in the box, then insurance writing is going to be suspended and you won't be able to close. Now the contract will protect you. It'll give you an automatic extension until insurance underwriting suspension is lifted, but nevertheless you're going to miss your closing date, so your kids might not start school, all the other stuff that happens with that. So the key is, during hurricane season, when you go to contract on a home, go ahead and bind your insurance now. That means you paid the premium up front for the year. You're going to pay it anyway in your escrows. So bind your insurance and then you're covered. So if the storm comes, and you're insured, and that's really what it means. Now, let's talk about the other side. I just Googled this. There's 1,350 miles of shoreline in Florida. And once again, I've been here for a long time. So when a storm hits, and if you've moved here from out of state, you think the entire state is shut down. The truth of the matter is, it's usually a 2 to 5 miles path that gets the major destruction, which gets all of the media attention. If you're 100 feet outside of that path on the left or right, your house is fine and everything's good. Minor wind damage from fallen trees or something. But where the eye of the storm hits, it's devastating, right? But with 1,350 miles of shoreline, the chance of your 2 to 5 mile path being it is not that great. And the media, once again, over-sensationalizes it. So follow your flood warnings. If they ask you to evacuate, evacuate, do all the state government things. But don't freak out, right? These things wobble and they wiggle and they move, and just wait till it gets close and then get the hell out if you need to, because you don't want to be in the eye of the storm. That's just not fun. And then once it hits land, it rapidly dissipates. So you don't typically get, Cat 3, 4, 5 four storm winds, a couple miles inland. You get weaker winds, which the storm, we can handle there's some bad thunderstorms that are worse than some hurricanes. So don't be super scared, but be aware of what you need to think about. So especially if you're new to Florida, and if all you think about is Florida gets a hurricane and the whole state goes underwater, that's not what happens at all. As a matter of fact, I laugh when the storms go past Florida and they turn into just rainmakers and they flood New Jersey, for God's sakes, all right? So anyway, take that as a word of caution. Once again, I'm not making light of hurricanes. If you're in the path, get the hell out. But don't freak out yet. All right? Hope that helps a little bit. And make sure you bind your insurance when you first go under contract. Your agent should tell you that too, just to make sure your closing doesn't delay. For example, if you're in Indian Rocks Beach and the storm hits in Fort Myers, you're fine closing on your house because the storm's 200 miles away. We don't get anything. So bind insurance. Pay attention, and as always, if you need help, reach out to your agent and we'll guide you.